Hello there. I have 1 and 2 from Treehouse's Dataset Experiment series. So these are all double IPAs with basically the same ultra pale malt bill and juicy American hops. And the first one is their control. So it uses their regular yeast. Yeah, all these ones use different yeast strains. So it's going to be classic Treehouse quality. And then number 2 here uses a wild modern yeast that generates thiols through biotransformation, releasing a wave of tropical aromas often experienced in southern hemisphere hops. There are no southern hemisphere hops in this, though. It's just juicy American hops. So yes, this yeast, during biotransformation, that's when hop aromatic flavor compound things can change into something else, often something much more flavorful, through biotransformation into these thiols. And thiols can be really tropical. They're found in like Sauvignon Blanc grapes and New Zealand Southern Hemisphere hops. So we'll see if this one has a little bit of that Southern Hemisphere character, like winey character, without using any hops from there. Actually, I guess I'll start with number 1, and I'll put that in the Treehouse Tiku. And then 2 will be in the Oxbow, whatever you call that shape. And they're 8%, and these ones are now getting a little old. Number 1 is from March 10th. It is now April 26th. It's about a month and a half. And it smells like Treehouse, looks like Treehouse. Gotta try not to break these glasses, because I don't have so much room here. And it looks good. Looks like a good Treehouse beer, quite hazy. Maybe the age has subdued the aroma a little bit. I guess I'll put the 2 over here and the 1 over here. It smells good. It's a little dank. I feel like their classic yeast esters aren't coming through that strong. A little bit of that banana circus peanut thing, but I guess there's a good amount in that. When I smell the can, just needs to kind of warm up to get in my palate. Definitely orangey, a little bit of a orange rainbow sherbet thing. Soft. It comes across as quite sweet, though it's not a big syrupy body exactly. A little bit of bitterness. Yeah, their yeast esters are really making this seem really sweet, candy-like sherbet, orange creamsicle, and just a hint of a dank green quality, but not much greenness to it. Tastes a lot like haze. Yeah, it's a little bit, maybe the flavor's a little more intense than haze, maybe. It's really good. Very hoppy. All right, so now on to number 2. Let's see, is that a little bit paler or a little bit clearer? I tried to use glasses. They're a similar shape. They look pretty similar. Maybe this glass is a little bit narrower, but maybe that's a little less hazy. And this can date is 3/16, so number 2 is just in the can 6 days longer, so they're pretty close. Head looks, maybe not quite as good. This glass isn't quite as clean as the other one. Hopefully that doesn't have an effect, but there are a few dirty bubbles sticking to the bottom. Definitely a different aroma. Yeah, I'm getting more spicy. Definitely more winey guava sort of things. Spicier. Much spicier, I'd say. This is more, this one's definitely got that banana, cotton candy sort of candy ester thing happening. This one's more, it reminds me of Nelson Sauvignon hops. not quite as green peppery. Still a nice big mouthfeel. And the flavor is still really quite good. Yeah, let's go right next to each other. Oh yeah, there's a weird... This has something that's like, it's kind of husky grainy in there. That is something I like about Treehouse. It has these big yeast esters, but then their yeast seems to bring out grain, actual malted barley stuff. I'm noticing that. And then in this one, not getting any grainy quality at all. Honestly, it doesn't smell much like beer. You know, this one does seem pretty sweet too. And maybe it is more tropical. It's more guava, more pineapple. I don't know if I'm getting exactly peach. But yeah, very, very pineapple-y, peachy, and sweet white grape. And a little bit of, Sauvignon Blanc type thing. Maybe the citrus is a little bit more grapefruity, a little bit sharper than this one. That's more of like a creamsicle orange sherbet, sort of like really easy sweet orange. Oh wow, it's almost like a lagery smell to this, which compared to this one, which is kind of doesn't make any sense to me. Like this musky, grainy sort of thing. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if I would have noticed it if I hadn't had it next to this one. This one, number one, might have a little bit more body to it, seem a little fuller. I might like number one more. The Treehouse brewmaster, he did a tasting of almost all of them, and I can't remember which one he said he liked most. That's probably for the best, but I'll check that out. And I got all 7 of them, so I'm gonna do side by side reviews of all of them, I think, in order. This one's good. Just like, yeah, it doesn't seem like Treehouse. And it has like, it's just more spicy, more dank, more earthy, and more, yeah, it's sharper. Like it's 6 days in the can. Maybe it's softened up, but it's a little bit, it's just harder to drink. It doesn't have that Treehouse ease and softness exactly. Some of that seems like it is coming from their yeast. Yeah, I've had double IPAs that are like this one. It's cool, and people talk about all these thiol creating yeasts, and thiols are the big thing, but like they aren't the focus. I still want plenty of those other esters. I feel like the thiols make a fun beer, but I still like this one more, I'll have to say. Bye bye.